Just realized that fan is still on. I gotta turn it off. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It is time for another pregnancy update. It's been a few weeks since I did one, and that's for a couple of reasons. One, I didn't have a ton to update y'all on. I didn't want to do like a 5-minute video of me just like talking about like 3 things or something. And also, I wasn't super happy with the appointment that I had right after my last update, but I had a couple more appointments since then, and I kind of wanted to like give it a chance before I went on this long rant about, oh my gosh, it's so terrible, which, by the way, it's much better now. I'll go over that later on when I talk about all the medical stuff. This week I am 34 weeks. Technically, today I'm 34 weeks and 4 days, so I'm closer to 35 weeks. But I'm 34 weeks. Baby E is the size of a butternut squash, I believe. I don't really know, like I feel like there are different sizes of butternut squash, so I don't really know how big she is. In less than 5 weeks, she will be here. That is insane. Oh my gosh. I'm kind of stressing just a little bit as we get closer to the due date. Well, the C-section date. Yeah, I'm kind of freaking out a little bit. A new symptom that I have is trouble sleeping. I have a lot of trouble sleeping, and sometimes it's just because I have a hard time getting comfortable. Sometimes it's just because I feel really sick, or I have heartburn, or I'm just having pain. So yeah, I have a lot of trouble sleeping. I don't get a ton of sleep right now, but I do try to take naps during the day. That helps a whole lot. Last night was probably the worst night I've had as far as like not being able to sleep. I was awake until 2 a.m. I ended up having to get out of bed and just like walk around a little bit because I was feeling so sick laying down, but I believe I came to bed finally and was able to fall asleep around 2 a.m., which I had to get up early this morning for an appointment, so I didn't get a ton of sleep. I'm no longer feeling the pain in my ribs because she has started to drop. So I'm feeling her a lot lower, which like it freaks me out sometimes because I'll get a kick like really low and I'm like, oh my gosh, she's about to come out. But of course that's not happening. We're slowly getting the nursery put together and slowly getting everything we need. I actually yesterday just ordered a bunch of stuff for the nursery that we needed, and then also her going home outfit, which I'm super excited about. I can't show y'all because it has her name on it. We have our stroller set, which is amazing. I know I've talked about it on the vlogs and shown like my dream stroller because we went to the store and like when we registered for it, we showed it all to y'all. It was our dream stroller because it accommodates up to 3 children, which is amazing. I'm not saying we're gonna have like 3 children. We might not have 3, we might just have 2, whatever. Okay, anyway, but the whole point is that we won't have to get a new stroller if we have more kids. One thing we did since my last update, we became Disney annual pass holders, which is so exciting because if y'all follow us, then you know that we are huge Disney fans. We went to Disney World on our honeymoon. We went for all of our anniversaries. It probably seems insane to be going to Disney World all the time during 3rd trimester, but we have been going pretty much more than once a week, like at least once, sometimes twice a week since we got our annual passes. It is so much fun. Obviously, like we move a little slower because I can't walk super fast and I need a lot of breaks, which it's somewhat easy to get through a day at Disney while you're pregnant if you drink a whole bunch of water, take lots of breaks. When you get really hot, go indoors. We actually just got a cooling towel for me to wear when we're at the parks. And make sure you eat, because when I would go too long without eating, I'd get like really shaky. So that's definitely an important thing. And really good supportive shoes. I actually went to a shoe store and got fitted for... What is happening? Oh, that's our cat's new litter box that automatically cleans. I think I can talk over it. Anyway, I went and got fitted for Vionic sandals and they have been amazing. I've actually felt better during these like Disney days with these shoes on while I'm pregnant than I ever have before like when I wasn't pregnant. So the shoes have helped a lot. One thing I kind of learned the hard way was that my skin is super sensitive to the sun while I'm pregnant, and I think it also has something to do with like one of my seizure medications, but I ended up getting a sun rash or sun poisoning as they call it, and it was really painful. But thank goodness with some aloe vera it went away in like a few days. With all that said about how easy it is to be at Disney in third trimester, we're spending a full day there tomorrow, and it will probably be our last trip until after the baby is here. So we're making it like a big day, basically like an early anniversary celebration, because the baby's gonna be here, honestly, probably a few days before our anniversary, so we're not gonna be going out for our anniversary. We'll probably just like watch a movie. I might still be in the hospital at that point. So obviously we're not really gonna get to celebrate our anniversary, so we're gonna do like all the things we would normally do for our anniversary there, and then also some few extra things. If you wanna see all that, you can check out our vlog channel because that vlog will be on there, and if you wanna see any of our vlogs from other days at Disney, you can go on there and check it out. Now, we're gonna move on to the medical stuff. I have a lot to talk about. Like I said, I was not very happy in the beginning with my care. I went in for my first appointment, and they had set my appointment with a midwife who does not take high-risk patients, and I know that they knew I was high risk. There was like a note on my file. When I called to make the appointment, I said specifically, I'm high risk. I need to see someone who takes high risk patients. So I really didn't get much information. She wasn't able to answer a lot of my questions. I got zero information about a C-section because when I mentioned I wanted to do a scheduled C-section, she said, well, we don't really like to do those, and it's mainly so we can keep our C-section rate down. And I was just thinking, oh my gosh, like I want to punch someone. And then I felt like I was gonna cry because I was like, no one's going to listen and do the birth plan that I want. But things are better now. Last week, I went to see my new MFM for the first time. Anyone who doesn't know what an MFM is, it's a maternal fetal medicine doctor, also known as a high-risk doctor. So we went to see her, had an ultrasound. She had a consult with us afterwards, and when I brought up wanting to have a scheduled C-section, she was not hesitant at all about it. She understood completely, especially with my medical condition. She was totally fine with it. Of course, she was required to go over the risks and everything with me, but I told her I had done tons of research and really weighed the pros and the cons of each option, and this was the best one. This was the one I felt comfortable with, and she was totally okay with it, which made me feel a lot better. I did learn that they do family-centered C-sections at this hospital, and it's really cool because it's more of a calming environment, and they have a clear plastic window on the sheet that they put up in front of you, so you can actually see when the baby comes out, which is cool. And it also kind of freaks me out because I'm afraid I'm gonna be grossed out by it. But they let you choose music to play in there, and they talk to you the whole time, letting you know what's happening. So it'll be a really good environment, more calming. I won't just be in there thinking, oh my gosh, I'm being cut open right now. When is the baby gonna come out? Is everything good? At our ultrasound last week, we did find out that baby E's stomach is bigger than it should be, and also her first bit of her intestines are also kind of enlarged. And she said it could be a few things. It could be that the baby is already producing, I can't remember what it's called, meconium or something. The thing that makes up their first poop, which is really gross. But anyway, she said it could be that, and that the baby's already producing it, but it is blocking. It got stuck somewhere, and it's a blockage basically. It could be that her intestines didn't fully form at one point, and so it gets too narrow at one point for anything to get through. She said we don't really know what it is, and we can't really know what it is until she's born. She said it could go away before she's born, it could go away when she's born. Worst case scenario, they'll have to do surgery to fix her intestines if that's what it is. But she said it's not a big deal, it's not life-threatening or anything like that, but they are keeping an eye on it and checking it at each ultrasound. Speaking of ultrasounds, I am going in weekly for ultrasounds now to check on her stomach and make sure it's not getting bigger. Also because I'm high risk and it's getting really close to my due date, so they want to keep an eye on everything. Because we have so many appointments right now, I feel like it's making everything go by faster, and then when I think about like how long it is until she gets here, I'm like, oh my gosh, and I get really freaked out. Now they did send a referral for a neurologist, but they basically said it's really difficult to get into the neurologist, so when they told me that they didn't have anything until December, she was like, that's basically what it is. But the good thing is, at this office, the neurologist is also connected with them. They were able to do blood work and check my levels and consult with neurology to see if everything was good. And she said it'll be the same when the baby comes. They'll have neurologists to consult with and make sure that I get my medicine levels like changed to what they need to be. At this ultrasound, we finally got a 3D photo of baby E's face. Not just a profile, but like her face. And if you want to see that, you'll have to check out the vlog tomorrow because obviously it's not going to be on there today. But if you want to see the photo, check out the vlog tomorrow. It is adorable. She has really chubby cheeks. I'm so excited. We also found out that she has hair, which makes me so happy because I was praying that she would have hair that I could put little bows in. Last, we did the hospital tour this past week and it was great. They have a really nice maternity ward. They explained to me the entire process of what it would be for a scheduled C-section. They said that we'd come in the day before and do all the like paperwork and all that, and then we would come in 2 hours before my actual scheduled time and they would just start prepping me right away and everything. I'll still get to do skin to skin. Matthew will probably get to do skin to skin first. And they said basically from the moment that they finish like stitching me up, I'll get to hold her and as they take me to my room and everything. So that's really exciting. They said she won't leave our side unless something is wrong, which she will probably have to go in for testing at some point for her stomach and intestines. So she'll obviously leave our side then. I'll also be in the hospital 3 or 4 days, it just depends. And I think that's it. I think that's all I have for y'all. Next week at my appointment, they will be scheduling my C-section. Yay! So I will be able to tell y'all the exact date that baby E will be here and we will know and we can start a countdown, which is super exciting and kind of stressful. All right, now the bump. All right, there is the bump. I feel like it's grown quite a bit and you can see, you know, she's dropped a little bit. She's not way up here anymore. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up or share or comment, whatever you'd like to do. I love talking to y'all down in the comments. If you want to keep up with us a little bit more and see our day-to-day life, see our Disney adventures, be sure to check out our daily vlog channel and subscribe if you want to keep up with that. And I will see y'all next week. Bye!